Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. We're continuing our look at Island Sanctuary and patch 6.2, trying to look at all of the rewards basically, as well as other things from the Sanctuary. Of course, if you've looked at some of the other videos recently, I looked at the bike mount, which was something I had to save up quite a while to get. We will look into Cowrie creation, but instead, for now, I'm going to link you a document in the description of the video itself that you can go and click on yourself. A group of people who theorize a lot of the best options post on that particular document, so to not take credit for that at all myself, definitely go check that out because they really have helped me and a lot of other people get their mounts and other things that they want to in a timely manner. So definitely go check that pinned comment out. But as to actually spending the cowries, that's what I'm here for today. So I discovered that I've got 7,369. I should get about double that by the, if not tomorrow, the day afterwards. So we're going to start looking at the hairstyles now. So let's go and have a look at the Cowrie exchange and I'll explain which one we're looking at in this particular video. So Seafarer Cowries, the blue ones. Under the other tab, you'll see that we've got two hairstyles. Today I want to look at Practical Ponytails, which is 6,000 Blue Islander Cowries. It says, the Realm's premier publication on beauty and fashion, this specific copy of modern aesthetics covers in detail techniques for tying back even the most unruly manes with minimum of effort. So we're going to get this one. It's 6,000 Islander Cowries, like I say, and we'll look at Tall Tales in another video. I would have liked originally to do both in the same video, but it's just not going to happen that way. Right, so let's use our hard-end Cowries and learn this. So I thought the best way of doing this probably would be to look at my Miqo'te and then probably use a Fantasia. So one of the things that I did a while ago is I bought a bunch of Fantasias, if I can remember where I put them. I think I probably put them in my saddlebag. Did I put them in the saddlebag? Yes, I did. So I've got 11 Fantasias, so we might actually be able to look at different races. Yes, it's amazing, isn't it, forward planning? Well, let's go and have a look at this first on my Miqo'te. Alrighty, here we are in the aesthetician. We'll look at the in-game in a minute because I know the colours obviously differ than this character creation style menu. This is the new hairstyle then. This is Practical Ponytails. So let's click that and let's go to my small clothes for a second simply because I don't want my glasses to be on there. Come on, Meoni, stop looking around. Okay, this is a nice hairstyle, actually. I like the front fringe, the way that it drapes over with the, with the bangs there. That's very nice. And then on the back, you've got the ponytail quite high up. It's quite a tall ponytail. I've noticed that the hair around the ears is sort of sticking up. That kind of happens with a lot of the Miqo'te hairstyles, apart from the rougher sort of cut ones, like some of the shorter hairstyles. It's not a terribly long ponytail, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. How does it look actually with the glasses? Actually, that doesn't look bad. So you can expect some things to start clipping when it comes to hats and things like that. It honestly doesn't look that bad. Yeah, that's alright, that is, actually. Quite like that. Alright, let's try some different hair colours on this, because a lot of people say, why do you always look at white? Well, that's because my hair's always white. So let's look at darker colours first. A nice dark colour. Yeah, that looks a lot smoother. It's got this almost satin effect to it as well. That's really quite nice. And obviously with highlights, yeah, the highlights go on like streaks across the head. Interesting. So you get like a striped effect with the highlights on this particular hairstyle. That's very interesting. I mean, some do that, but it's quite, I kind of look like a sweet or something, like some licorice. Very interesting. Well, if you were interested to see how the hairstyle works with highlights, that's how that works. All right, let's have a look at this open in the air somewhere where we can, demonstrate real lighting. Alrighty, here we are in the natural light of Old Charlian. I thought that would be a good place as any to go. And as you can see, the natural light looks really good. A lot better than it does inside the, character creation / aesthetician menu. And yeah, actually, I quite like the idea of that ponytail being as high as it is, because it means that I can wear jackets with high collars on my character with this hairstyle, and they're not going to clip through. Now, clipping doesn't bother me per se, but it is nice to have that kind of option. I think that's probably the reason they have done this, why that's so high in the first place. But then it looks quite nice. It doesn't look too unnatural. Yeah, I think that works quite nicely. Alrighty, there we are. We've stripped off and we've used a Fantasia, so let's have a look at what we can actually make into. Let's start with, let's do Viera female. I think that's the one we'll do first. Right, we're finally back in the esthetician. Let's change this hairstyle. Oh, that looks really nice actually with the bun ears. That doesn't look too bad. It is a little bit sort of slick. Probably a little bit too slick maybe for the hair, right? Because obviously depending on the ears you have, like these ones are quite coarse. So it kind of looks like the ears are sort of stuck on a bit. But it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look awful. I've seen a lot worse. Maybe it's the hair color I've chosen here. Hold on. If we go with dark colors, okay, that's less noticeable, but it's still got this kind of shine on it, right? This is the mismatch between the shiny hair and the fur on the ears, which I don't know if I can live with that. I'm not sure. Well, just outside of the FC house we'll have to do. I don't really fancy traveling to Charlian to then Fantasia to then come back again. So, yeah, actually I was right. It does seem to look better in those brighter colors. The lighter the better. But obviously you've still got that slight disparity between, the stick-on ears in this case and the hair. It does look really nice though. And from a distance you're not going to really tell. There doesn't seem to be any major issues with the hairstyle. I've seen some people report like holes in the side of the head. I don't know if that's a specific race or like a combo, but we'll obviously have a look at a few. I'm not going to spend all my money on Fantasias just to go through every single race, but I'll certainly go through a couple. But I think Viera is one that most people will be asking for because it gives the best demonstration on a non-humanoid head, right? Because obviously Miqo'te is based on the higher skeleton, whereas Viera and Hrothgar, for example, are not. So let's actually, speaking of which, see if we can get this to work on a Hrothgar. I'm not sure if it will. It should do, right? I think. Right, well, we're on a male character here, a Hrothgar. I'm not even sure if this will work. Shout out to all the Hrothgar out there that get left behind, but this is for science. I really don't think this will work. But, we could be proven, otherwise, hopefully, right? I don't know. They need to add more hairstyles to the male races as well. Male races. It sounds so weird, doesn't it? The sooner we get the female Hrothgar, the better. We're still waiting for that. So first I know practical ponytails does work on a Hrothgar. Okay. I'm actually surprised at that. Oof. Okay, that doesn't look too bad, actually. This is a bit of a hip hooray moment, actually, because not only are the ears visible, even though there's like some tufts around the hair, I suppose that works. It depends on what beard you have, though, because the hair seems to sort of like clip through the beard, but we could obviously change that. We could change, we could cut off bits of the beard there. There we go. Less sideburns, more hair. Yeah, I don't know. Some people might really, really, really like that. And, they've got the option to do that. The only problem I don't like about Hrothgar, personally, is the fact that you change the hairstyle, you change the fur colour. Personally, I'm not a fan of that, because if I want a white-haired Hrothgar, their back hair is going to go white as well. Yeah, I suppose that looks a bit strange, actually. I don't know. Depends what kind of gear I have, I imagine, to go with this. But, yeah, it's not my cup of tea. But for those of you who are curious about Hrothgar, there you go. At least there's no, like, massive gaps. And your ears work this time, which is something they didn't do for the longest time with other hairstyles they put in the game. So that's good stuff. Really good. And I decided that it would be a female aura because obviously missing the opportunity to showing the Sadu recreation off again would be a crying shame. So let's go and have a look. at this hairstyle on Sadu, essentially. And yeah, hopefully the horns don't just like protrude and create holes. I know a lot of people who play Aura have massive complaints about some hairstyles because they've created like weird indents in the hair and hair that clips through the horns. So we'll see, honestly. I would imagine it doesn't clip as badly, but, you know, wishful thinking. So here we go. So already this looks fantastic. And the sides are perfect. Okay, I don't see any major issues here. The way the hair goes around the horns looks kind of realistic to me. There's no glaring holes or indents that I can see. Yeah, that looks quite nice, actually, on an Aura. I think you'll agree. I mean, I hope you agree. I don't think that looks bad at all. And obviously, it doesn't matter about the horns because you're not having to match colours like you are with a Viera, so you could have your hair whatever colour you want, right? Yeah, that looks cool. That looks really cool. Damn, I really like that. Unless some other horn types glitch wildly, this doesn't look too bad, in my opinion. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, alright, awesome. Well, I think that's probably where we're going to be for today, simply because I don't want to use all the Fantasias up when we've got another hairstyle to look at soon. So we're going to save the rest of these Fantasias that I bought a while ago. I think we've got, what, 6 left, something like that, and have a look at the other hairstyle. But quite honestly, I do think it is a nice, versatile hairstyle. The main advantage is obviously the lack of clipping that you get as a result of having a much higher hairstyle. Of course it's raining. Of course it is. But yeah, it doesn't, you know, have any major issues as far as I can tell. And I've been staring at this for a little while now. Yeah, very cool stuff. Let me know if you've picked this one up or if you plan to, or if there are other things that you're spending your cowries on. And I'll do my best to show off the other hairstyle and other items. But yeah, I suppose from Sadu with a weird hairstyle, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. And hopefully next time it stops raining when I record. It always rains when I record something. Have you noticed? The amount of outtakes. Oh my goodness. Alright, much love, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. So just as a last little laugh, look at my outfit on a male Hrothgar. Oh, that is the thing of nightmares for me personally. Brilliant.